My name is Courtney Brack. I teach third grade English Language Arts, and I teach at Harvard School of Excellence. I plan for a lesson by looking at the text complexity, seeing which areas are highly rated or might be weak or strong, and seeing how I can help students in those areas. I annotate for a number of things: vocabulary usage, things students might need help with, anything that speaks out to me while I'm reading the lesson. I make scaffolds just by knowing my students. So if I make scaffolds, I have a higher group in this class, so I usually will try to add a writing prompt or something that they can do, make sure I'm releasing it so they can work on their own and to see what they know. For some students that might have trouble reading, I make sure they can talk with a partner, even if the curriculum doesn't ask for it, so that they can at least converse about it. I usually just hang up the words as we're going through the lessons, a little bit after, but I'll make sure students know this, notice the spelling, notice that we've used it, and encourage them to use it, and they usually actually use it with each other. One of the things I did was the colored note cards. I think sometimes it can be confusing. I like to make sure my steps are in order so you can't miss it, and put it on the projector. So just having this color and just making sure the students are on track, picking the colors, just having a little autonomy in the lesson, whether it's picking the color of the note card, making the lesson move very fast when you talk to your partners, counting down so they know the time constraints they have. So those are the things that I usually do. In the lesson specifically, we'll take, if there's a standard I want to address or a question I need to look at, I'll put it into a spreadsheet, and then I'll look at the students that are still getting it or not getting it. Small groups, they have it organized for us, and it records it on their iPads. But just making sure that I can hit those areas in small groups and make it come back around if a lot of students were struggling. I think I have. I think between the curriculum and between small groups, I can see the students wanting to use the words, using those words instead of other words. We have words in the graveyard, mad, sad, happy, glad, that we can use other words that are much more dynamic, and they love to do that. So I think that the curriculum helps with that, and the encouragement of my students helps with that as well. I think the curriculum has a lot of great protocols where the students can talk to each other. It has clear and concise instructions, and I think the students really like that and need that structure, and it helps them to be efficient partners when they're discussing. I think that Engage New York offers a lot of great things for students, and I think that one thing we stress here is choosing your focus. And I think that sometimes there's going to be vocabulary, there's going to be character actions, but what are the students going to get the most out of? And how can we bring that to the light for students and really assess if they are getting it or not getting it? So here I just have student bins at each table. The students, when they come back, they'll be putting their packets back into the bin. I can easily grade for each table, put them back. If it's something they need to come back to, it's already at their table, ready for them. Even with 2 classes, I just switch them out. I usually put whatever books are in my unit that are easily accessible to me. My LAMPOPO books are over there, so that when we get started, sometimes they're in their bin, or if we want to put them away for the weekend, then I'll just pass them back out to students. I want students to be autonomous for their belongings. I'm very specific on where they put their things on their desk so that we have some structure.